Hi guys, after watching Exchange Season 3 from episodes 1 to 14, we can clearly see how the lines are drawn now, right? Romances is brewing big time. But for this video, my focus will be on the Dong-jin Dahye, Chang-jin and Yoo-jung latest twists in recent developments. Who will Dahye choose in the end? Is she really going to leave the show solo? Here is what I think, guys, and my opinions might just blow your mind, or hey, maybe they won't be news to you at all. But to fully grasp the scope of my thoughts, please watch this video till the end and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's talk about these couples, shall we? There are a lot of similarities between Dong-jin and Yoo-jung. They are both adamant that they do not want their exes back, but deep down, they're still holding on. Will their exes find love on the show, or will they come running back? But before answering this question, let's start with Dong-jin's analysis from the beginning of the show, back when Chang-jin hadn't even rocked up to the house yet. In episode 1, during the reading of their exes' introduction letters. When Dahye read hers, Dong-jin described her as a very emotional person, who cries a lot, and he did little to help her feel better. He hoped she found someone new on the show. And when he read his own letter, he said he didn't cry while reading his ex's introduction because he felt nothing. At this point you can feel that he is trying really hard to convince himself that he is over Dahye, but is he really over her? He said he came to this show for both of them to get closure, but is this the whole truth? Dahye and Dong-jin dated for 13 years. He gave up his dreams to become an idol after the agency they were both in discovered they were in a relationship. They were both discharged from that agency, but she later debuted with the girl group Bestie in another agency, and he supported her in every way and even became her manager at some point, filming her, carrying her bags and taking pictures of her while also supporting her financially whenever needed. And the worst part is he had to keep it a secret. He couldn't even brag about it to the world. As the relationship progressed, things got more difficult when his job got more demanding. Eventually, he wanted to break up. According to him, he didn't want to mess up the precious memory they've built together. He said words to her like, "Why wouldn't you let me go?" Words like, why was she trying so hard to make him stay? He's been trying hard to get over her, so he decided to come on the show to bring closure to them both. The problem is that they'd been together for what felt like forever, and Dong-jin was itching to try something or someone new. He knew they might circle back to each other down the line, but for now, it was time to spread his wings. Dong-jin decided to pay little to no attention to her during the course of the show so that she doesn't get confused when he starts dating others. He completely ignores her most of the time, and at times, he walks out of any room she steps into. Dahye, on the other hand, is still holding on, sending her messages to him every night while he doesn't choose her. In episode 5, things got real during the fold-of-finger game, especially when it came to Dahye's feelings. Despite shedding tears and secretly yearning to reunite with her ex. After all, they almost broke up twice during the relationship, but Dahye was the one holding on to it. But now, she seemed determined not to lose herself in the process of wanting her ex back. During this game, when asked who wanted to reconcile and get back with their exes, Hui-hyun, Hae-won, and Jo-won folded their fingers, but Dahye stood firm, refusing to fold hers. She knew she had to let go of her lingering feelings, even though she knew it wouldn't be easy. Hae-won asked a question. If someone of the same sex pursued your ex, would you fight for him? The bottle landed on Dahye, who fired back with a resounding no. Dong-jin's reaction spoke volumes, as he was clearly shocked. Her response hit him hard. He probed further, asking her, "You don't want to win him back?" But Dahye held her ground, explaining that she simply wasn't willing to go that far. It's a classic case of when a lady keeps pursuing a man and she gets fed up or finds an alternative, then the lingering feelings gradually fizzle out and start to fade. Keep in mind that at this point, Dahye was not interested in anyone yet in the house. His ego was bruised at that point, so when the next question fell on him asking if he would like to go on a date with his ex, he shut it down with a firm and forceful no, leaving the others stunned. The members were so surprised and they asked him, "Don't you think your ex will be disappointed?" And he answered that he is trying his best to respect her. Seriously, after watching this part, it felt like Dong-jin is the type that jokes a lot but also easily gets offended. Da-hye, knowing his sensitivity, was extremely cautious of his feelings when she's with other guys, making sure to not show any closeness with anyone. I feel like her attempt not to flow with the process initially is because of course she didn't want to lose him and she also knew Dong-jin might be jealous and she didn't want to upset him. Just take a moment to think what would happen if she had not texted Dong-jin at all during those first couple of days. He would probably have been upset even though he kept insisting he didn't want her messages. An example is the night Kwang-tae was trying to fix Da-hye's facial mask. She shooed him away to keep Dong-jin from catching on, but once he left, she was all hands on Kwang-tae's head. And then there was the morning run with Kwang-tae. She tried to keep it under wraps, hiding it from Dong-jin. However, when Chang-jin came into the scene, everything changed. It was like a switch flipped. Da-hye lit up like a daisy because her dream guy had arrived. The only hitch was just like her, Changjin wasn't ready to let go of his ex. There are so many things Changjin and Da-hye also share in common. The most crucial one is that both their exes have made it clear that they do not want to get back into a relationship with them, even though they would love to. They both also found comfort in each other as they are both going through the same heartaches of watching their exes move on. When Changjin read his ex's introduction letter on his first night, one line stood out: "I hope he doesn't do well here. I hope he just does okay here." It's like she wants him back, but only after he's felt the sting of losing her first. During the fold a finger game, Yoon-young, Jo-won and Kwang-tae were the only ones who didn't fold a finger when asked if anyone there was their ex's type. They believe their exes will not be interested with any of the people in the house. So imagine her surprise when she realized her ex was drawn to Da-hye. And then there's Dong-jin, who's been with Da-hye for 13 years, felt on edge as soon as Changjin joined them. Seeing Changjin pick Da-hye for his first date stung. He's told her to move on, but the moment she starts, he's hurting. It's like he doesn't want her to be happy with someone else, not yet at least. Then came the cooking incident. The plan was for Jo-won, Changjin and Da-hye to cook dinner for everyone together. But when Jo-won was ready, he announced to the duo that they needed to go do the cooking. Da-hye wasn't aware because she was in the shower. Meanwhile, Jo-won went to the kitchen and then kept complaining about the duo. When Dong-jin caught wind of it, he was furious. His ex was too busy cozying up to someone else to even think about dinner, let alone cooking it. His jealousy got the best of him, leading to some uncharacteristic behavior. When discussing who she should go on a date with, he struggled to even say Changjin's name. Is it because he still wants her or because the thought of her falling for someone else drives him nuts? His attitude in episode 14 might just push Da-hye closer to Changjin, especially when he emphasized that the show was about exchanging love, not rekindling old flames. Watching Dong-jin throughout the show so far, it's become clear that Dong-jin wanted to break up with Da-hye for reasons beyond what's been discussed. Whatever the case, it's pretty obvious he's done with her. He's over it, and a reconciliation seems unlikely unless this was all an act. Da-hye might want to consider running the other way because it seems Dong-jin's had enough and is tired of her. Although he is still jealous and possessive, it doesn't mean he wants her back. He definitely wants to explore new relationships. Yoo-jung too has constantly told Changjin that Jo-won has many qualities that he doesn't have. She's also told him that they are never getting back together, but deep down, she seems afraid of him moving on, despite not wanting him herself. When Jung-eun appeared in Jeju, and was asked to choose her first date, Yoo-jung said she was scared Jung-eun would choose Changjin. Why was she scared? It's because a part of her still wants him back. Remember she said she was swayed that first time she got Changjin's text at the house. She also cried when Dong-jin and Da-hye talked all night back at the house. So does this mean she really wants to spite him with her new love interest in order to have him cherish her more when they get back together, or is she done with him for good? Well, if she's trying to get him back, it's ironic that her actions is slowly pushing him closer to Dahye. When they were asked to choose dates for their exes, and she told him to pick Jo-won for her, it hit Changjin that he may be losing her for real. These events are slowly opening him up to the idea of exploring new connections, and you can tell the pain he felt before at the thought of losing her for good is slowly easing out. All these occurrences are making him more open to the idea of opening his feelings to others. Considering the treatment Dahye and Changjin have endured from their exes on the show so far, it's becoming increasingly unlikely that they'll get back with them. Instead, they've found solace in each other's company during these trying times and moments of pain. Although Dahye and Changjin may not be the best at expressing their emotions, their constant companionship, spending so much time together all day, speaks volumes and could lead to deep affection, especially if they get a chance to go on a romantic date. All they need is just that little spark and things will change instantly. If this little spark ignites in coming episodes, then it's game over. This means Changjin and Dahye will certainly choose each other without hesitation in the end. Given the circumstances they've faced, it's a natural progression for them as they lean towards each other for support and comfort, finding joy in each other's presence. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye.